Huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1944 movie, The Mummy's Ghost. So this movie is directed by Reginald Laborg, and in this movie, Yusuf Bey, who is this Egyptian priest, has to travel to America to reclaim the bodies of the mummy Karis and his princess Anaka. And when he gets there, they find out that Anaka's spirit has been reincarnated into another body. So the mummy and him are planning on kidnapping the young woman, and so that they can get her spirit back into the body and get her spirit back and take her body back to Egypt. This is an interesting movie in the franchise for the original Mummy movies. It kind of has a unique story, and I actually really enjoyed this one quite a bit. I haven't been the biggest fan of these movies so far. Like they do get a little bit better with each movie, but I'm not a huge fan, and I still am not like a big fan of them. But this one was pretty decent. I think Lon Chaney Jr. was a lot better in this one as the mummy, as Karis. I think he did a lot better in this one than he did the previous one, and the rest of the cast are all pretty good. John Carradine plays Yusuf Bey, I think is how you say his name, and he's all right in here. He's not the best, but he's all right. And Ramsey Ames, I think is how you say her name. She plays Anima, the one that's the reincarnated version of Anaka, I think is how you say her name. I probably am butchering her name. I never can really remember how to pronounce it, but she does a really good job playing her. And the rest of the supporting characters are all really good. Like with all these movies, they all have really good casts. Really good cast that works really well together, and all of them are really good in here. And this is pretty decent. It's only an hour long, just like with the previous Mummy movie, so it doesn't overstay its welcome or anything. It doesn't even really have a lot of pacing issues this time around, and they don't really do a lot of the really bad exposition dump at the beginning of it to explain everything in the previous movie. They do a little bit of history on some of the important plot points, but nothing too much. But there are some things about it that don't make a lot of sense. Like at the end of the previous movie, Karis was set on fire and stuff. In this one, he's just back moving around, and it doesn't really explain too well how he is. Although I think it has to do with these terror leaves that were introduced in one of the previous movies that like help bring them back to life. I think that's pretty much what it is that brings them back, but it doesn't fully say it. And it's not like a super great movie, but it is fun. It's not on the level of a lot of the other monster movies, but none of the Mummy movies really are. Personally, I'd rather watch the Frankenstein movies or the Invisible Man movies over the Mummy movies anyway, but this one is alright, and it had a sequel that was rushed out 6 months after this one. I guess this one was either a pretty decent success, or they had planned it as a two-part movie, which I guess makes sense. I'll be reviewing that probably sometime next week, but I really enjoyed The Mummy's Ghost. I think it was pretty decent, although the title is a little misleading because it has nothing to do with the ghost. It's just like with the Ghost of Frankenstein. I guess they just did it because the title sounds cool. But it's fun for what it is. still has the awesome sets and stuff that you always expect from these movies, and the cinematography is still pretty good, and it's an enjoyable little movie. Nothing super great. There are way better Universal monster movies, but as far as the Mummy movies go, this one so far is probably my favorite. Like I said, this is one of the one franchise where I feel like each movie gets a little bit better, but I don't love any of them. I think they're all just kind of okay, and this one is just another one of those. It's just alright. So I say I'd give The Mummy's Ghost a 7 out of 10. It's enjoyable, but it's not anything super great or anything. It's fun for what it is. It's a good little way to pass an hour by if you're just kind of wanting to pass time a little bit. It's good for that. But yeah, so anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of The Mummy's Ghost, if you've seen it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.